Again, we're continuing with the plastering of Jenn's back shape into the simulator pan. You see, I've almost got the all the trim line markers captured. So I'm just going to make sure I take it out just far enough to capture those trim lines. And I like to do a nice rolled leading edge. Again, what's really important is that we're plastering, extending that plaster down into the back portion of the simulator pan so we get that seat to back reference. Working very neat. Takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to get the plaster on here. Once you get to a rhythm, one more on this side here too. Again, just getting that leading edge that had all of our trim line marks. Rub it in really good. Now I barely got the plaster going into the pan, so I want to take an extra strip here and get a little bit better reference for the bottom of the pan. So I'm just going to drop a piece in there, connect it to this trim line on this side. Get about 5 or 6 inches of the depth of that sim pan. We're going to be really happy to see that cast come in with that nice simulator pan reference. Doesn't have to be pretty, not down here, it just needs to capture it. Okay, now to ensure that we've got good strength shipping back, I'm going to take one of my things of 5 and I'm going to split between 3 and 2 strips of plaster, and I'm going to make a little reinforcement ropes. I'm going to drop this down in there. I'm going to make a rope. It's going to go right across the contour, double it back any way you want to. Basically, by making this rope, I'm reinforcing this shape, getting the benefit of all that thickness of plaster without laying down tons more plaster. There's one. We'll run one right across here at the deepest part of the contour. Again, just to reinforce that. I used really warm water, so this plaster is already, I'm being told to do something here.
You need another piece of plaster, there's a loophole.
Oh, thank you. My observing eyes see I've got a bit of a void there. And fortunately, I got one more piece of plaster here, so I'll just take this thing and use the whole thing here. We have just enough plaster to capture this. So your back kits have your splitting material and 2 rolls. The 2 rolls are for you to use if the splitting material is not enough. So use your boxes first. It's much quicker and easier than supplement with the rolls that come in there, okay? Now we're swinging. Okay, now, what we recommend you do now, we've got our shape captured, we've got the cast down into the pan. So now we've got that common reference for the cushion to the pan and back to the pan. I used warm water, and this plaster is already setting up. So what I'm going to do at this point, so I'm going to gather my team around me. I'm going to gather Jenn, her mom, the referring therapist, and I'm going to go through the entire order form. I'm going to make sure I have all of my features, everything needed, so that when the plaster is dry, order form is done. So it's ready to be shipped in with all the accurate information. So I'm going to take a few minutes. That takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Jenn's doing just fine. All right. Now, you'll know your plaster's ready. It starts to cool off and it's hard. And I'm just going to put her name on here. Jenn R. I'm going to put down the name of my company. I'm going to put the date. I'm going to put my name and any other important information. that might be of interest. But a minimum there. And we're going to let this dry. We'll take a break now. Probably take about 5-10 more minutes to dry.